That time for everyone's favorite game mode of beating your head against a wall over and over again. Let's see here. So Blacklisted Des Moines, that's always fun. GK, Mecklenburg, and Thunder are all going to be really annoying to deal with. Des Moines and Petro for radars, and an enemy Marceau. Honestly, I am okay with this matchmaking. I can farm those battleships fairly easily. There's the Des Moines who's gonna be annoying. Petro can be annoying, and that Marceau is a legitimate threat, depending on his degree of hands that he has. So, I think right now, my main focus is probably going to be playing for that's really hard because I want to play for A and B because because it's the obvious two caps. But what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play for C to start off, and the reason for that is first of all that Marceau is a legitimate threat. But above that, there's two radars that I'm going to have to go through. And there's two HE slinging battleships as well. Two secondary battleships because monkeys, and the Marceau. So there's a lot. Pretty much everything on the enemy team can threaten me very easily in A and B, especially with how close it is. Ships that might not be that dangerous from a greater distance of like 10 or 11 kilometers, like the GK and the Mecklenburg, uh, something like that, is a lot more dangerous if I'm constricted to a really small area. So if I was like a vampire, uh, or a Gearing, a Shima, a Daring, I might be a little more inclined to go for A and B, but there is of course a Petro right there. And our Stalingrad counter radar. This is really annoying. That's fucking horse shit that he got those shots off. But whatever. I also didn't get any spotting damage for that, but whatever. And thanks to that fucking Petro. I mean, like, I literally just went dark for like a full second, and he still got, really accurate shots, which I'm not, like, salty about the accuracy of the shot, is the dispersion should have been a lot more, because he had no lock on. But this is Wargaming World. So, standard, actual thought, and what should happen doesn't. Now I'm gonna have to, pick this fight with this Marceau at a disadvantage. Although my disadvantage is covered a little bit by the presence of my Stalingrad. So, that's fine. Our Napoli is just sending it, with no shits given whatsoever. And their Thunderer is just sitting in the back doing nothing, so typical Thunderer players. And our Incomparable is sitting in the back doing nothing. So typical Incomparable players. And our Napoli is just pressing W. So typical Napoli players. There's a lot of typical things in this game. Their Des Moines has actually not been spotted yet, which is very concerning. I would not like to face check a Des Moines in C when I'm stuck bow in like this. I also would like to not gunfight a Marceau in front of a Thunderer either. Here's the Marceau torpedoes. And I don't know what that Stalingrad radar was for, but whatever. Just gonna launch some Make-A-Wish torpedoes over in the direction of that Marceau. He might be motoring on over towards A and B, so that's what those torpedoes are meant to catch him for. I'm gonna try to not beach, but we're gonna beach anyway because we love Wargaming's underwater world. Look at that shit. Perfectly functional game, by the way. Now, if this fucking GK can get out of the damn way... Here we go. And the fucking Marceau managed to eat those. That's really funny. Where the hell's the Des Moines at? Oh, he's right there. And if this fucking GK can get out of the fucking way... Jesus Christ. Alright. This right here is what a lot of my cut games tend to be. Is just games like this that are like 5 minutes old and it's basically decided. Because what's this team gonna do? Their GK is just getting farmed out. Their Des Moines is just doing absolutely nothing, and they have a Thunderer sitting in spawn flinging HE. Like, what? And they have no destroyers, and they're already down 3 ships to well, they're already down 4 ships to start with. Like, this is literally just ranked things. It's just games like this over and over and over again, and it's literally worse than randoms because there's less ships per side, so that snowball that tends to be what a lot of losses are, is like a snowball effect of one ship dying and then that ship's side, whichever side that ship was on, just completely folding. Like, that snowball effect happens so much faster because there's less ships per team, so the amount of, like, that one death of that one dented player who pressed W and sent it in the first 5 minutes of the game in his German battleship, because that's what they do, like, that player is a larger percentage of the team. So his killing himself is a lot more impactful compared to 12v12 randoms. So so it's just like games like these that are just over and over and over again, like done in 5 minutes or close enough to done in 5 minutes, that it fucking sucks. And that's why I cut so many fucking ranked games that I play. It's just because of shit like this. It's just not interesting. Like, I mean, sure, we had that really funny, like, little Marceau kill right there, but the game itself is literally not even 9 minutes old. Like, I'm looking at my recording right now, and it's at 8:55 at the time of this rant. So it's literally just fucking spamming games until you rank out. That is literally what ranked is about. I mean, granted, not like that's not all ranked. Like, if you're a good player, you will win more games because you, as a good player, similar on the flip side to the bad people, like, you also are a higher percentage of your team, so the impact that you have also matters more. So if you're a good player, you obviously will have at very least a slightly higher win rate in ranked. So I mean, this game, like, it was actually like fucking tragic. I mean, 500 XP on the top fucking team, on the top of the enemy team, and it was a fucking Des Moines who was AFK for the first 5 minutes of the game. Like, that is literally the standard of of ranked at this point. Like, that fucking Marceau, who outlasted that Petro, who got, mind you, got first blooded in like 2 minutes. Like, he's still placed higher than this fucking Marceau. Like, that is, like, these are the players that we have in ranked. And we have a fucking HE flinging Thunderer. So, oh my fucking god. Like, I'm literally giving myself a headache with this. So, like, I fucking hate to end a day on a fucking shit game like this. But I really, frankly, don't feel like putting up with this. So, I think that's going to be enough ranked for right now. I'm going to take a chill pill from ranked for a little while. I'm going to be playing a few more randoms games, so look forward to those in the coming days. I've gotten to silver, so I'm just going to call ranked done for this sprint. So on that note, that is going to be enough for today, and I will see you tomorrow.